Hello everybody, it's Tomebinder, and today we're trying something new. We're going to play Crusader Kings 3, A Game of Thrones, which is a mod for the Paradox interactive game Crusader Kings 3 that, as the name suggests, takes place in the Game of Thrones universe, one of my favorite fictional universes of all time, up there with Dune and Star Trek. So this is probably my favorite fantasy series of all time, and I get to experience it in video game format now, which is super duper exciting. If you're not familiar with the Game of Thrones world, you don't have to be to enjoy this playthrough. I will be explaining it as I go. But essentially, the story takes place in the continent called Westeros, right here, controlled by the Iron Throne, and we are playing in an era of time when the king has just been kidnapped. This is the Defiance of Duskendale. So, this tiny little town has taken the king, King Aerys II, captive. You can see him right there. I am, however, not very involved in those politics as of right now. I am a lowly landed knight, the game calls me a lord, named Perkin, and I am the Knight of Heartwood. So, I am a very, very small province of the kingdom, and if you know anything about Game of Thrones, the kingdom is often torn apart by war, but we have no idea what's going to happen here. I just thought that the Defiance of Duskendale would be an interesting period to sort of start a playthrough in. It takes place a little bit before the main action of the Game of Thrones storyline, so I have a little time to build my way up. I'm playing, as I mentioned, as Perkin, the Knight or Lord of Heartwood, which is a part of the larger Kingswood area, directly south of the capital. This right here is King's Landing, the massive, sprawling capital of the Seven Kingdoms, and I am right here, so I'm sort of in the king's shadow, but I'm not sworn to the king. I am sworn to House Baratheon and Lord Stefan Baratheon, one of the great lords of the kingdom, who himself is sworn to the king. I am not a part of the Crown Lands under direct royal control. I am a part of the Stormlands down here. So, with that being said, I'll introduce you a little bit further to my character. He is just, brave, but impatient. Only 20 years old, in good health. He is a good fighter, as you can see, but has not invested his time in much else. Terrible, he's not very book smart. He's not very good interpersonally, and he certainly couldn't lie very convincingly, so that's our boy Perkin. He's rather untrained in the ways of the world. I expect he'll get a rude awakening here as the royal intrigues take shape. I'm going to assume that for the most part, people watching this playthrough do know most of the Game of Thrones lore, but I'll explain one or two things as we go, just in case. So again, I command a small fortress in the Stormlands. I am a member of that custom House Hyde, ruling over the lordship of Heartwood. I am an aspiring blade master, a faithful blade. Interesting, I didn't pick that. I have been knighted, and I am an athletic boy with the brilliant strategist trait. So, all in all, I'm trying to be a good knight, TM. Fit the traditional definition of chivalry and all of that. My main objectives for this first episode are to kind of get up and running here, explore the world a little bit, and potentially get married, I think are going to be my goals for episode 1 of this playthrough. Got my notifications up here. A lot to do, but let's start out by setting my birthplace, which we'll do once time gets rolling. And I've also been sent a maester from the Citadel. Oh, he wants to make a record of the birth of my new house. What do you want to know, man? It's for a summary of my house, not in-depth history or ambitions. Shall we start with how you obtained your lordship and your past life? I was a soldier. My deeds on the field earned glory and notice by my liege. That is the story we will go with. Perkin here, distinguishing himself, perhaps a few years ago, saving the life of a lord. Actually, we'll say maybe even Stefan Baratheon's life was saved by our dear boy. Some new lords wish to pay tribute to someone who's close to them in the record of their house. If anyone you wish to honor as such. Oh, I want to pay tribute to somebody. I will say a lad who's a close friend, but that's going to be Stefan Baratheon. Or just that guy. It's going to be Galadon. I'm sorry, I thought I heard someone mention my name, says the man in question, enters his room, cracking his knuckles. I cannot help but smile at the timing. The maester is quick to introduce himself and state his purpose before turning back to me. Well, this should suffice for a summary, my lord. I wish you the best going forward. So begin... Oh, he could stay as my maester. Do I have a maester at the moment? Let's check it out. I don't. Corwin, you can stay with me, man. Don't worry about it. He's got average aptitude for the role, but he kind of likes me, so that's all right. And we have Galadon as well, a dear friendo, who we should probably employ as a... Ooh, okay. He would maybe make a good physician, although we just appointed a maester to do that sort of role. So, oh well, he's very learned and also very militarily strong. He's kind of mogging me in every respect. He's a lot smarter than me and also a better fighter. So, Galadon, we will reward you with a place in our court, maybe by putting you as the Master of Arms. That sounds like a perfect idea. Look at that. Looking good in the armor, man. We've got Conan as our Castellan. Is there anyone who would do a better job as Castellan? I'm honestly not sure what skill is used for the Castellan, so we'll just leave that blank for now. We've got a Septon, the religious guy. He kind of likes me. Appreciate that, Septon Mathos. But I think... Oh, I can declare war on the Archon of Tyrosh. I don't think I'm going to do that, actually. 600 soldiers in my meager arsenal, fighting Matiro Besetis, the pink-bearded ruler of Tyrosh. Has he expanded into the Stepstones at all? I don't think so. We've got a bunch of independent pirate kingdoms down here in the Stepstones, which we're not going to worry about at the moment. Again, King Ares of the House Targaryen, the Dragon House, has been imprisoned. It's a crisis in the realm has unfolded, and so I hope we can free him. I mean, he's been good to me. He's been good to the realm. We'll find out what happens because I think we are now going to unpause the game. Let us select a patron aspect. Oh, maybe we can't. Can we? Oh, what has happened? Oh my gosh! I've been invited to a grand tourney at Sunspear by the Princess of Dorne. I am a soldier. This could be a way to earn renown for myself. But let me first select a patron. Oh, as a knight, I'm sure I must honor the warrior in my faith. So, the warrior protects the faithful with his holy sword, instilling courage, delivering victory, and protecting soldiers in the heat of battle. The warrior is often called upon by soldiers, knights, and generals. That would be me, so I will select him as my patron. All my prayers will go to you, good sir. And I will say a prayer to the warrior before accepting Princess Lorisa Martell's invitation. She rules over all of Dorne. So this would be a chance to really do some networking with the Martells, Princess Lorisa, her son, Prince Doran, and her daughter Elia, and son Oberyn, the Red Viper of Dorne. Some of these names may ring familiar to other fans of the Game of Thrones series, but they have not earned their renown yet, so we won't speak ahead of time. Anyway, I'll pray to the warrior and accept Lorisa's invitation. The lists shall tremble before me! That's true, they will. I need a player heir. I do need to get married. Maybe I'll meet somebody down in Dorne, because I need my player heir. Lifestyle chosen, I think it's gotta be martial. I have to choose the martial lifestyle. Get some fighting going. Well, that's an interesting title for a thing. I don't know what language that is. I don't remember seeing it before. I think I'll go with the chivalry focus. That's kind of my goal. I'm trying to play sort of a Duncan the Tall type character, although I'm not ruling out the potential for Sir Perkin Hyde to be corrupted by power, perhaps, if he maybe is exposed to the harsh realities of the world. I'm not sure where his story will go. He really is an open book, an empty blank page. I will increase my prowess with the trait Stalwart Leader, and the prowess trait is what I need to buff up for the tournament. Look at that, 22 prowess. We have reached Sunspear, everybody, but before we participate, I'm going to select my trusty infantry spear to be my weapon of choice. I'm a spear fighter, which most people in this universe are not. In fact, I think the only known spear fighter I'm aware of is the Red Viper of Dorne, who we may face in this tournament. Oberyn Martell, look, he's got his spear right there. 38 prowess! Holy moly! I'm glad I upped my own prowess, but he still is significantly mogging me. Anyway, let's roll right into the tournament here. When at last I reach the tourney grounds, I spare a moment to take in the sights and the sounds. That rhymes. It seems that all and sundry of the realm's nobility have come, their pennants and banners fluttering in the breeze, their shields and heraldry proudly displayed. There is glory to be won here. There certainly is. My banner of the White Hart will fly proudly this day. The blast of a trumpet proclaims the imminent start of the qualification rounds. Okay, but before that happens, I'd like to inquire with the guest at the tourney about the king's well-being. He is not doing well. Okay, I just wanted to ask around. Let's participate in our tourney. For glory! Proclaim dynastic nickname. A symbol for my house's nicknames. Sure. The great houses boast of their wolves, their Oh, okay. A heart! That is the symbol of my house. So... yeah, it must be a noun, and it's going to be a heart. Okay. That is really cool. I did it. Guys. I did it. It's heart. Okay. What has happened? Nothing going on yet. I believe I am riding in the lists. Okay, yes I am. My courage and training have seen me through the most preliminary rounds, and I take my place among the most puissant, I don't know how to pronounce that word, the best knights of the realm. The roar of the crowd thunders in my ears, and I can barely hear the trumpets heralding the start of the final rounds. Guys, we've made it to the final rounds already. I'm sure this is very exciting for Perkin. He's probably fought in 1 or 2 battles and just by pure happenstance saved the life of a great lord, Stefan Baratheon. He doesn't know the glory and pageantry of a tourney, so I'm sure this is all very exciting. He's got a bit of a smile. He's clearly overwhelmed, but happy. I would like to watch every joust with a keen eye. Perkin is a very shrewd man. You have to be a little canny to survive on the battlefield. The herald announces the next tilt. Lord Lucerys Velaryon, the commander of the Royal Navy, is taking on Bronze Jan Royce. Oh my goodness, a couple of Chads facing off. I'm almost as good as Lucerys Velaryon at swordsmanship. But Bronze Jan Royce is a lot better than me at swordsmanship. I'm going to bet on Bronze Jan, I think. He seems the safe bet. There's an element of chance in any joust, but the gods smile most well on the warrior with greatest skill at arms. Definitely, Bronze Jan is the true beast of battle here. I will bet 15 gold coins on him. He is well known. And indeed, Lord Bronze Jan has prevailed against Lord Lucerys and will advance to the next round. More significantly for me, since I had the foresight to bet on Lord Jan, I will fatten my purse nicely. Thank you very much, Lord Jan. Make a little money off you. The herald announces the next tilt. Lord Orwell Gorse and Master Jantos take their places in the list. Neither of them particularly notable, and since they seem relatively evenly matched, I'm not going to bet on them. Master Jantos has prevailed. Okay, good for him. The herald announces the next tilt. Lord Cavan Page and Lord Ormond Crackmore take their places in the lists. The crowd is tinged with excitement, anticipation, and bloodlust. Lord Cavan Page, what is your status? You have 18 prowess. You're a little bit better than this absolute nobody, Ormond Crackmore. However, Ormond is the name of a Baratheon I know. So I will, and as I am in debt to the Baratheons, I cannot bet against Lord Ormond here. I will not bet against an Ormond. The excitement is palpable indeed. Lord Cavan has prevailed against Lord Ormond, and will advance to the next round. What a shame. What a shame. The herald announces the next tilt. Master Donald and Master Darian take their places. Okay, couple of interesting knights here. No one that well known either. I can't bet on either of you. Neither of you seem that good. But now it's time for Lord Warren and Lord Arkin to take their places in the tourney. Lord Warren Bellum is a brilliant strategist, trained fighter, and a knight. Lord Arkin is a skilled fighter, and that's it. You know, despite having a lower prowess, I bet on the knight. I bet on Lord Warren. We'll see if that plays out for us. No, it failed. Okay, okay. I don't know. Thought I'd try and do more than just look at the prowess numbers. The Herald has announced the next tilt. Master Harlan and Master Edwin take their place. Harlan and Edwin. No one cares about Harlan and Edwin, you guys. Just take your lances, stab each other, and go. The Herald announces the next tilt. What? Oh! Here. What the heck? Oh my gosh! I'm fighting Prince Rhaegar Targaryen. I was not expecting this. The Herald announces the next tilt. Lord Perkin, that's me, and Prince Rhaegar Targaryen, heir to the Iron Throne, take their places in the lists. The roar of the crowd, I'm sure, is tinged with excitement, anticipation, and an unmistakable touch of bloodlust. Look at him in his finely worked black armor with the dragon on it. He has a greater prowess score than me. Look at him. He's an intellectual, a poet even, and also a blade master. What else does he have? He's a skilled fighter. He's a jouster. A knight. Wow, he's brave. Well, okay. Who am I? I'm just a nobody from down in the mud. A poor soldier who simply got his lordship by extending a hand to a man in need. And here I am facing the heir to the Iron Throne. Well, I myself am an aspiring blade master, your grace. I'm a faithful blade, a knight, and athletic. I'm brave and just, and all in all, you should respect me, sir, please. No, he's not. He's gonna beat me. I'm gonna bet on myself. You know, you gotta have confidence. In life, you have to be able to bet on yourself. The excitement will be even more palpable when I make money off this. There's an element of chance in any joust, but the gods smile most warmly on the warrior with greater skill at arms. Of course, I will stake everything on myself. I wouldn't come all this way if I couldn't. Now it's time to joust Rhaegar Targaryen. Again, the king is held captive right now, which means the presumptive heir is Rhaegar Targaryen. He's perfect in every way. He's like beautiful, a poet, he's intelligent, and brave. Wow, just exactly what you could want from a king. Perhaps I'll impress him by losing gracefully. No. Confidence. I'm going to win. Hooves thunder down the lists, and I take aim at Prince Rhaegar. But I am slower to the mark. The weight of a mountain slams into my chest, shattering my vision into 1,000 fragmentary shards. And, okay, I've lost the joust. The impact is far too much for me to withstand. I feel the wind as I hurtle through the air, only for a second impact to crush the air from my lungs. Oh, there's so much pain. I find myself lying in the dirt, my armor fractured, a dozen fresh agonies blossoming across my body. Rhaegar, you didn't have to beat me that bad. These wounds will take a long time to heal, man. Look at that, I've got a scar across the face. Prince Rhaegar has prevailed against Lord Perkin and will advance to the next round. May the others take Prince Rhaegar. I hate that guy. He's cost me good coin and slashed me across the face unnecessarily. The others are evil demons, by the way, if you didn't know. Again, assuming you do know. Oh, aggravated wound. Maester Corwin, what the heck, man? I don't care about these guys at all, actually. Oh, but there is Horton Redford and Walter Went are relatively notable guys, but I'm not going to bet on them. I'm more concerned with my own injuries. Look at that. I have an aggravated wound. I'm still fine, though. I'm hale and healthy overall. Still young. If I was an older man, that probably would have been pretty bad when I got slashed by Prince Rhaegar. The Herald announces the next tilt. Rhaegar and Bronze Jan take their places in the list. Well, now, of course, I have to bet against Prince Rhaegar out of spite. And Lord Bronze Jan has not steered me wrong before. Let us bet on Bronze Jan. Come on. Yes! Lord Jan has prevailed against Prince Rhaegar and will advance to the next round. More significantly for me, I will fatten my purse. Thank you so much. I've just about made up my losses. That's all you can hope for. Gambling, really. I don't care about these two guys. I'm just gonna let it go by. Okay. I'm ready for this to be over, to be honest. I've been hurt, and I'm kind of over the whole thing. Master Donald and Lord Walter Went. Not gonna bet on that. I wanted to come down here to find love, okay? And all I've gotten is badly, severely hurt. Typical. No, I'm just kidding. Is there anyone in the Dornish court that I can, perhaps flirt with? Anybody notable? Not really. Oh, I mean, I could flirt with Elia Martell. But she's married. Wait, is she? Yeah. She's married to... What? Who is this in relation to her? He's also a member of House Martell. She married... What? Okay. I don't know how these two people are related, but they are. Anyway, let's continue moving. By the way, I should have mentioned much earlier, but I've surely been accompanied to this tournament by my liege lord, Lord Lucas Fell, who is sworn to the Baratheons. The Baratheons are sworn to the Iron Throne. There we go. I hope that all makes sense. Who's this guy with the white armor? Oh, it's Lord Arkin. Master Jantos will take on Lord Arkin. They're again about evenly matched. I don't want to risk any money. Lord Ronzian is going to take on Lord Arkin. Okay. Oh, come on. This is going to be the easiest win ever for Lord Bronzian. He's got 39 prowess. All these good traits. Lord Arkin has only 17. I have to bet on Lord Bronzian. Come on. That's just easy money. What? Okay. Lord Arkin has prevailed against Lord Jan. Well, thanks, buddy. Thank you, Mr. Vale, man. You're so fearsome now when you have the slash across the face. Hey, I feel you. Happened to me, too. May the others take Lord Arkin. He has cost me good coin. Well, Lord Cavan and Master Donald don't care about you two. Master Donald prevails. Who cares? Lord Arkin and Master Donald again. What are they? Is this like the Okay. Lord Arkin. Let's lock in here. Lord Arkin has 17 prowess. Master Donald has 17. But Lord Arkin has overthrown Lord Bronzian. So I'm going to cast my money on Lord Arkin. And he immediately loses. Okay, great. Just great. Shields have been shaken. Lances have been splintered. I have been grievously hurt. My buddy, Lord Bronzian, we're good friends, was also slashed across the face. Good men unhorsed, all to sift the wheat from the chaff of the assembled warriors. Of all the knights and free riders who came all the way down here to Dorne, only Master Donald remains unconquered. The small folk chant his name, all the better bred applaud in more dignified fashion, but all and sundry let out a rapturous cheer when he is crowned champion. Literally, who is this guy? He has 17 prowess. He's not even that good of a fighter. You know what I think? I think they had a dummy lance that was designed to splinter and kill his opponents. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I don't think you cheated, Master Donald. Don't worry. The long road home awaits. I guess I like Princess Loriza a little bit more, but what if I want her to like me more. Yeah, that would be good. She may not marry. Okay, never mind. There goes that plan. We do need a marriage, and we do need an heir. What? Oh my goodness. Guys, stuff is happening. This is a crazy first episode. As we are returning home from the tournament in Dorne, we have received a letter marked with the seal of House Targaryen, the royal house. It has arrived from King's Landing. King Aerys was executed by Lord Dennis Darklyn of Duskendale as punishment. May he rest in peace. Rhaegar Targaryen, the man who gave me this scar. Want to know how I got these scars? It's from this guy, and he's the king now. Oh my gosh, I hate him. He is proclaimed the rightful successor to the 7 kingdoms of the Iron Throne. Man, funny how that shakes out. He's probably like traveling in the same caravan as me, and he's king now? Duskendale is still independent. It's rebelled against the Iron Throne. Killed the king. Surely that's about to really not work out for them. These guys at Duskendale who took the king captive and have now killed him, they are a trading family. So they own the port city of Duskendale, and they trade across the sea with these various realms over here. We have a unified kingdom. These are divided free cities, and he trades with the free cities. But recently, the growth of the capital, royal capital, has sort of squeezed out the wealth of his house, the income of his house. So he was losing money, and he thought the only way to get it back would be to take the king prisoner, which didn't work out for him. He had to kill the king, and he's about to get just obliterated, I'm sure. I want to be known as a heart. Please, please. I want that to work. I think it's time to get home and stew on our wounds and lick our wounds and just nurse our grievances. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't crash against King Rhaegar. Yep, as expected, King Rhaegar going to war to avenge his father. He's gonna kill Dennis Darkland for sure. Look at that. So again, this banker guy tried to do something. He tried to pull a fast one, and he's about to get stomped by the new king, King Rhaegar. Come on, Lord Dennis Darkland, you're giving this friggin' guy, Rhaegar, the perfect way to win some cheap glory to solidify his reign right at the start. Kind of like, if you've read the books, Balon's Rebellion. It gets Robert some cheap glory, and, everyone likes him. That's not what we want to happen with Rhaegar. I think we're developing something of an animosity toward Rhaegar for wounding me in the tournament and beating me and costing me money. All in all, not such a great guy. Lord Lucas still alive. I'm going to periodically check on the important characters of this story. Why don't I pin Lord Lucas? I'll pin Lord Stefan, the guy whose life I saved. So this is the man responsible for my lordship. I'd like to make friends with you, sir. Let's start trying to sway him. What else can we do? Let's station our troops here. On the way back, we're going to send out some letters ahead of ourselves here. Put down some Antlermen troops in Heartwood. Over here. Look at that. Heartwood's a little bit modest of a town, but you know what? It's home, okay? It's a nice place. I can also afford to get a lot more captains. Look at that. I will force Galadon to be my captain. No one else is really worth forcing to be a captain. I need people who are good with a sword, and no one in my court really is. Decisions to make. I'd really like to do this. Come on. I don't think this is going to work, but I'm going to keep spamming it. I would like to invite captains. There you go. I need some guys with big swords around me. Just because I feel upset about what happened at the tournament. I want to know that I am a real lord with real knights. So I'm going to get some guys in my cohort. Oh, Lordship of Heartwood has gained organized servants. The peasants in this country have been organized by a system to maximize their military and agricultural service. This tiny town is pioneering new administrative methods every day. We love to see that. Durwald has heeded my summons. He's ready to serve. I'll recruit you. Okay, Durwald, here now officially. Oh, I can make him a noble. I'm not going to, though. Durwald, you will become my newest captain. Durwald, let's force you to be our captain. Look at you, all tough with your armor and sword. Alright, there we go. I feel better now. In a dusty corner of the library, I find a tome. Uh-oh, a tome? Is it bound? If it's not, I can bind it. Anyway, oh, it is bound. Look at that. It's bound in leather and inscribed with strange symbols, but partially hidden behind other books. The tome is old, but it's clearly seen some recent use. As I leaf through it, I quickly come to the realization that it deals with some unconventional knowledge. Now, this is a very interesting thing to me, because this is a book that will make me smarter, which I'm sure is something that Lord Perkin wants. Lord Perkin probably feels very inferior after being wiped by Prince Rhaegar. So he probably does want to better himself in every way he can. He probably felt Prince Rhaegar was casting veiled insults his way, but he was too stupid to get them. So he's like, oh, I gotta get smarter to understand this. So I think he is going to check out this book and deal with unconventional knowledge. In his free time, you know, on the daily grind, maybe when he's traveling from Aldercroft to Timberlin, you can check out the book in the wagon, in the carriage. I will read this book. I will. Meanwhile, okay. Lord Tywin Lannister has joined the king in his war against the Darklands of Duskendale. I've been invited to another tournament. See, everyone wants me in their tournaments because they know I'm good at this. I'm locked in. Everybody wants me for their tournaments because I'm a good knight. I am a good knight. I think that's a little bit of lying to himself, making himself feel better. He failed. He's got some more work to do. But as you can see, this is a 10-to-1 war. The Darklands are outnumbered 10-to-1. Royal Army will... Yep, there's the Royal Army. coming in to just annihilate these foolish murderers who killed the king. I wish they hadn't killed the king, because now Rhaegar replaced him. And I don't like Rhaegar. He beat me in the friggin' tournament. I'm hereby invited to a grand tourney at Crow's Nest, which is a lot closer than Dorne. So I don't really have an excuse to not go. What I really want to be invited to is a feast. So I can do some socializing and meet some potential marriage candidates. But I've been invited to Crow's Nest to parley with House Morrigan. It's a good opportunity to make some friends with some fellow lords. Oh, has Lord Paramount Stefan joined the war? No, he hasn't. He's just armored up for some reason. You look good in that armor, my liege. Excellent taste, as always. Why don't I... See, he's that was Lord Perkins practicing his, glazing. He's practicing his compliments towards, his superiors. He knows that's a part of being a knight, this etiquette, so he has to practice giving these compliments to people. Who is this? You look really cool. Magister Delana. Amazing hat, amazing sword. You are a Bravosi. Please don't crash my game. Please don't crash my game. You were so amazing, Delana, that you almost bricked my computer. Amazing. Are you proud of that? You are lowborn, but that's okay. You have a clearly good knowledge of the arts of war, and even better, you come with an alliance. So if I marry you, I get 1,100 more folks in my gang, which makes me a lot more of a player in regional politics. Why don't I sort by alliance power? Oh, I could ally with this random... No, I'm not going to ally with you. You're too far away. I want to ally with Stormlanders nearby. House Rogers, Lady Arya Rogers. I'm not going to get engaged to a 2-year-old, or a 9-year-old, or a 12-year-old. No, none of these are no, this won't do at all. Let's get the other option here, and I'm not gonna pick right now. I don't think. Well, let's look at you, Megan Given. You are just a courtier of Edmure Given, who commands a small host, but not as big as Delana's host. Delana, what have you... Okay, so you're willing... Let me get this straight, Delana. You are a dutiful captain, an organizer, an errand runner, and a trained fighter. Well, I'll tell you, Delana, I have 2 towns in my domain, Timberland and Aldercroft, and if you're a good organizer and a good errand runner, that suits me very well, because I'm always taking the boat and taking the wagon between these 2 towns, and I could appreciate some help with that. Definitely not because I want your troops. That's not why. It's actually a big part of the reason why. Because, I'll tell you, I can't call him Prince anymore. The King, Rhaegar Targaryen, is right here, and he has 37,000 troops. And so I would feel better if I had a little gang of Bravosi swords in my town. I may marry this woman across the sea, but I won't do it just now. Okay, let's see if we can get to Crow's Nest. I think we'll do this tourney and then select a marriage at the end of this episode. We are headed to Crow's Nest, everyone. I'm sure the... Oh, interesting. So, Tygett Lannister is going to get Duskendale when the Darklands are expunged. Increasing Lannister influence, eh, King Rhaegar? Well, fair enough. If you want to do that, you can. But should I mention the canon events of this story? When at last I reach the tourney grounds at Crow's Nest, I spare a moment to take in the sights and sounds. Yes, everyone's here. It's time to fight in the lists. Oh. Stefan is in a regency with his wife, Cassana Estermont. Okay, very cool. I would like to fight an attorney. Can we do some of that, please? Maybe I can upgrade my town. I need a little more money to buy hospices and outposts, forestry, hunting grounds. I'd like to, next episode, focus on building up my grounds a little bit. I will build a new King's Landing, right there. And usurp King Rhaegar's, influence. Wait, That sounds a lot like what Duskentail was. It's a town near King's Landing trying to eclipse the capital, and didn't go so well for them. But it will go well for me. No. Perkin Hyde is not that delusional. Those are the mere thoughts he imagines as he's falling to sleep at night, stewing on his wounds, which have still not healed. So can you blame him? Every day he's reminded of the injury done by Prince Rhaegar. Well, I will avoid the distraction of other contests this time, I think, unless... I do like to gamble. I do like to gamble. I can't resist. I'm going to have to watch every joust. Master Courtenay and Lord Arstan. No. Most of these are going to be uninteresting fights. Lord Perkin, that's me! And I'm going to fight Lord Byron Buckler! Hey, another relatively notable lord! I haven't even healed from the last tourney, and I'm facing off here. I hope I don't get wounded again. I'm going to bet on myself again here. I am actually more skilled than Byron Buckler. He is a brilliant strategist, he's brave, but he's also arrogant. He is a knight, but he's only a skilled fighter, whereas I am a brilliant strategist. So, I'm going to bet on myself. And please, please work. My mount holds steady. My aim is true, and I hammer my opponent with the tip of my lance. Yes, yes, this is already going better than Rhaegar. The crowd roars, and I bathe in a torrent of exultation. My opponent teeters in his saddle, squeezing onto his mount for dear life. Fall, fall, you fool! In our display of determination and prowess, I cannot help but admire. My opponent manages to remain a horse. Ah, the Tyrek play. If you know, you know. I wheel my mount around and dig in my spurs for another tilt. Victory will be mine! Hooves thunder down the lists, and I take aim at my opponent, but I am slower to the mark. No, no, no. The weight of a mountain, no, no, slams into my chest, shattering my vision into 1,000 fragmentary shards. Great. Literally, I'm going to be traumatized by these tourneys, because I just got Rhaegar again. So wait! Summoning every ounce of will and training I have at my disposal, I manage to stay in my saddle. Yes! I shake the stars from my vision, catch my breath, and wheel my horse around for another tilt. This is not over yet! Yes! I've had my anime training montage in my time back at home. I've come back down to Crow's Nest, and I am summoning all my strength to take down Lord Byron. My mount holds steady. My aim is true, and I hammer my opponent with the tip of my lance. The crowd roars. I bathe in exultation. He's squeezing for dear life. Please! I need to knock Lord Byron off his horse. Lord Byron, that's funny. Okay. There was a real poet in real life named Lord Byron, but that doesn't matter right now. We are facing this Lord Byron, and he's going to die right now. He stays on his horse. Dang. We have to do another tilt. Okay, it's fine. I'm sure both of us are just exhausted by now. But we will go in, wheel my mount around, and dig in my spurs for another tilt. Please, this has to be the one. This will be the one when we bring down Lord Byron. Hooves thunder, and I take aim at my opponent, but I am slower to the mark. The weight of 1,000 mountains slams into my chest, shattering my vision into fragmentary shards. No. I am again struck by Lord Byron, and I feel like it's gonna take a lot to come back from this one. I've already pulled on my last strength reserves to stay in the fight. I don't know if I have even reserve for my reserves. This is not ideal, but I gotta try. I have to think of the time I saved Lord Stefan's life, and how I seem to go into jump into instincts only, like an animal, and jumped in between the lance, and now I have to do that now. I have to let instinct take over and defeat Lord Byron. Yes, I did it! Okay, I summoned every ounce of will and training. I'm going to wheel my horse around for another tilt. This is like the 4th tilt. And I've been knocked off my horse again in the 4th tilt. This guy is too freaking good. Oh my gosh, this is nerve-wracking. I'm sure this is very exciting for the spectators, by the way. Most jousts are over in 1 or 2 tilts. This has been the 4th tilt. I have been slammed with a lance, shattering my vision into 1,000 shards for perhaps the last time? No, not the last time. I'm still in it. We're going in for another tilt. Tilt 5, I believe, everybody. No, he keeps knocking me off my dang horse. I feel like this is diminishing returns, and each time I get weaker and weaker. But I have to try. No, okay, I did try. I'm back in it. Wow, this is just... You gotta respect Lord Perkin's dedication, determination. He does not want to get Rhaegar again. This is not over yet. Yes! Okay, my aim is true. I hammered him with the tilt of my lance. I think this is the 6th or 7th joust. The crowd roars as I bathe in exultation. Come on, please fall, Lord Byron. No man alive could have withstood my blow, and certainly not this fool of House Buckler. And I glory in the sight of my foe tumbling into the dirt. In this moment, I feel half a god, and I imagine him as Prince Rhaegar down there in the dirt, as I have beaten Lord Byron. After like 6 tilts, I have beaten him, and I will advance to the next round. Oh no, there's another round. I forgot. I'm so okay. Can that be the finale of the tournament, please? That was a lot of effort, and I'm tired. I had the foresight to bet on myself. I fattened my purse. Yeah, okay, cool. Gained some prestige, gained some money. A couple of nobodies are going to fight now. I'm too filled with adrenaline to care about them. Okay, literally don't care. Still recovering. Although, hey, I like Bonifer Hasty in the books, so I'll bet on him. Da-da-da. But still, you know, yes, okay, he won. Good job, Lord Bonifer. Couple of these guys fighting. Again, too much adrenaline. Don't care, really. Meanwhile, the Darklands are getting annihilated. Who is this guy? Raymond Morrison, Endrin of House of Redspire. Oh, interesting. Is this Grant's Morrigan? No, just Grant's. And Harris Grandison are fighting. I don't care. The House Grandison is kind of near me. Master Laswell and Grant's not gonna worry about them. I'm ready for my next round. That was very exciting, you guys. I was not expecting to win against Lord Byron. I kept getting knocked almost off my horse. That's going to be a tale for the singers if I've ever heard one. I'll be telling that one in the court of, what's it, Timberlin? Yes, the court of Timberlin. Not betting very much. Ready for the next round anytime, you guys. Anytime. Well, maybe I've recovered a bit from my adrenaline shock to pay a little more attention. Still haven't healed from my wound. Alright, it's now time to take on another foe. I am riding high off my victory against Lord Byron, facing Master Courtney, who I significantly outstrip Master Courtney as far as skill goes. I'm going to bet on myself and try again. I've got 26 prowess, he has 16. Alright, in the first tilt, I hammer him with my lance. He teeters in his saddle, squeezing for dear life, and he's going to fall. I can feel it in my bones. And he does fall. Look at that. Proud of that one. 1 tilt and he's down. Of course, by betting on myself, I've made up the money that I started this episode with. Lord Endrin and Lord Bonifer fight. Should I bet on Bonifer again? Sure. I'm just addicted to gambling. And I played off again. Look at that. Oh boy. Now it's time to fight Master Arian and Lord... And that's it. That's who I'm fighting. Master Arian. He has 18 prowess, and I have 26. He is a trained fighter, but nothing more. He's actually compassionate, which is, not the kind of trait you want on a knight. No, it is. You must be chivalric. However, don't let that make you hesitate. You know, that's the soldier mentality. Be compassionate, but you also must strike when you can. And that's the mentality I will take into this fight. I will bet on myself, of course. And knock him off his horse. So after Lord Byron, I mean, it's easy pickings now. I take out a couple of nobodies. These guys think they can challenge Perkin, the savior of Stefan Baratheon. No, foolish. Grant's... No, I'm gonna bet on Bonifer again. He hasn't steered me wrong before. Except he just did. Okay, now it's my turn. My 4th opponent of the tournament. I'm actually getting pretty close to winning this tourney at Crow's Nest, everybody. Very exciting. The roar of the crowd is tinged with excitement, anticipation, and an unmistakable touch of bloodlust, as it always is. I have 26 prowess. I am a brilliant strategist, a faithful blade, aspiring blade master. This man has 16 prowess, and he's only a trained fighter, so he's an elusive shadow, though. But we're fighting in broad daylight, so it's fine. We'll not let that deter us. We're gonna fight him. Please knock off your horse. Yes! I locked Grant's off his horse, and I've made more money. Oh my goodness gracious. Tourney of Crow's Nest. One after another, I vanquished every opponent put before me. My confidence growing with every victory. That's true, it did. I didn't really care after Lord Byron. My confidence grew after every victory until at last no more foes remain. My name is on the lips of every man, woman, and child, and I know that it will not soon be forgotten. Which is better, the thrill of victory, the renown won for my house, or the glint of the treasure awarded to the champion? It matters not. All three are mine. Yes! Thrill, renown, and treasure! How much treasure do I get? 100. And I'm also known as a tourney winner for 5 years. Well, thank you for putting that on, Lord Ronnet Morrigan. What a bro. I appreciate you, man. And that is like my sort of... That's like the start of my villain arc. Like, that was my total... I was fueled by pure bitterness after being taken out by Rhaegar in one tilt. And so I went on to win an entire tourney after that. That is amazing. I think all that's left to do now is select a marriage candidate. We've got a few to choose from. I am leaning one way, however, but we'll not jump to any conclusions. So, I, Lord Perkin Hyde, am 20 years old, and I need a marriage that will help me secure my position as a legitimate house. Actually, winning the tournament helps secure my legitimacy, I'm sure, among my fellow lords, but actually having a marriage and spouse will ensure my line continues into the generations. So, let us look at the candidates. We have Magister Delana of the Mound of Mordir. She has 1,100 troops under her command, and just a lot of drip in general. I like her whole vibe a lot. There's also Magister Lana of Crescentwood, also from across the water. So these women are from Bravos over here, and I am located around here. So I guess what they do is sail on down through the royal capital and pop right in there and visit me. That seems plausible. We've got another Magister here, Magister Sorella, of what? Fardiris. I do lose legitimacy if I marry these any of these women, which is unfortunate because it's hard to come by. Yeah, I'm just an aspiring ruler. I need legitimacy in other ways. In fact, my legitimacy goes into the negatives if I marry her, but it doesn't matter because legitimacy only really matters when you become a High Lord, and I think Lord Perkin Hyde has some aspirations now. He aspires, I would say, to secure his house into the future and potentially acquire more lands in the Kingswood area. I think it would be quite amusing if Rhaegar had to pay a toll to me if he wanted to hunt in his Kingswood. So I'd like to control the whole Kingswood. I'm going to say that is Lord Perkin's objective, at least for now, if not also an objective being getting revenge on Rhaegar Targaryen. Before we can do that, though, we do need to make a marriage, and I think Delana of Bravos is the ideal choice. Once again, I think she almost crashed my game because of how awesome she is, so that's a good sign. She is sadistic. Oh well. Stubborn, honest, dutiful captain, organizer, errand runner, trained fighter. You know what? It's fine. We need someone sadistic to deal with our enemies, okay? Maybe I'll hand Rhaegar over to her when the time comes, and she can be in charge of his torture. Just to get a taste of what it's... Again, this is not something Lord Perkin would act on. He is a good man. These are his dark dreams that he experiences in the dead of night. He has violent dreams about Prince Rhaegar, about killing him, getting revenge. But the time for darkness is over. It's now time for the light of a marriage. So I'm going to propose a marriage with Magister Delana. She's 29 years old, a resentful villain, rather warlike, which is fine with me. I am a soldier after all. And she has more troops than me, so that's fine. I will use those troops to good effect. Send the proposal. Off it goes. I wonder what she will say. I have butterflies in my stomach. Look at that. To the implacable Perkin, I, Delana, gladly accept your hand in marriage. May Pantera bless us both, my perceptive husband. Pantera, okay. She's worshipping some Bravosi god. And also about to crash my computer again. Wow, that's just her power. I love that. She's a member of the Vugayahar, the Pantheon of Pantheons. All gods and fates of the world are welcomed and cherished as long as they are worshipped in such a way that does not impede on the inherent freedom of men. So she just worships like every god. I mean, that's... Okay, fair enough. I just think all the gods are real, actually. That's an interesting take, Delana. I'd like to hear more about that. Excellent. We are now married. Look at that. With the marriage, with the wife who sort of befits our warlike soldiery aesthetic. I'm gonna probably get myself some armor, actually, to kind of befit my knightly status. I don't want to be wearing any more of that courtly clothing, I'd like to go around with my armor. Da-na-na. Let's see what we can do here. I don't want a tunic. I want... There we go. I don't want Valyrian armor. I want... Highlands armor could be the move. Could be the move. Oh, there we go. Stormlander. I just saw it. Stormlander high armor. We'll go with Stormlander common armor for now. We're not that good yet. Just gonna apply the changes. Look at that! Got our armor now. She's even got some like yellowish aesthetic going on to fit our yellowish aesthetic. Stormlands, of course, ruled by the Yellow House Baratheon. So, look at that. I think we make a delightful match. I'm going to start out by romancing her. I'm going to stop trying to make Stefan Baratheon like me. I think it's more important to make my wife like me. The time has come to let my feelings toward Magister Delana be known. I want her to remember this day for the rest of her life. Okay, I will... What's something that Perkin would do? I think he would like to impress her. Okay, this whole thing with sparring and tourneys and fighting, this is like a very big deal to him. He has a lot to prove. I think he's going to impress her by winning a sparring match. She is a military commander as well, so I think that she would like this as well. I'm going to impress her by winning a sparring match. I recruit one of my most senior soldiers and set out for Mound of Mordir. That's where she's from. We practice our routine. Well, Mound of Mordir, that's across the sea, but ignore that part. When we arrive, we begin to spar in the main courtyard. The crowd gathers, and their cheers soon draw none other than Magister Delana. The soldier fights valiantly, but I disarm him with a final flawless thrust. I defeat him, kneeling before Delana and declaring my noble intentions. I dedicate this victory to you, wife. Bringing you honor is my only desire. Words probably sound a little stiff. He's probably not used to the etiquette stuff, really. My beauty is speechless, but clearly flattered. Why else would she be smiling? Hey, it worked. Okay, so she... Or not, maybe? Maybe she's not. She resisted my charms? I don't know if she actually liked the sparring or not. It says we only have a 14% chance of success, though. Which is weird, but that's fine. Before our marriage, the people of Timberland likely knew only that my wife was of common birth. Surprised the many, surely. Then, as word spread, they gossiped about how strange it was that the new magister was going to be a believer in the cults of the gods, and the odd fact she was of free city blood of all things. Guys, come on, it's fine. Those who journeyed to the castle and actually saw her at court whispered about the choice of her outfit that day, as well as how it seemed like she wasn't ready to rule at my side. We're working on it, okay? Come on, I need her troops, man. Delana, for her part, was furious. She hated all the gossip and assumed everyone in the castle felt the same way. Her temper has already become notorious among the servants, as well as the talk of the court. Not the most auspicious of beginnings, I'll grant you that. Let us hope this is not a sign of things to come. All hail, Magister Delana. Okay, an inauspicious beginning to the marriage, that's fine. Oh, and as that word settles, but not a day goes by before my spy master, Dalera, comes before me with grave news. While we do not yet know who, someone is plotting against me. Thank you for this information, Dalera. Thank you very much. Are you related to my wife? You cannot be. You are not from across the water. Your name seems a little similar. Okay, well, let's work on countering that scheme. That is not good. How about we... I guess disrupt schemes is fine. Yeah, I have no available spouse because she's across the water. I can like call her in. She's not going to be like staying here with me. She's across the water, and I can call her in. She'll come all the way down, and she like sort of splits her time across the narrow sea. I'm sure that's not expensive or anything at all. I'm sure that's just a lifestyle she absolutely loves. But hey, she made an offer to me, a marriage offer. She was an option. Okay. Well, I'm curious about who's scheming against me. I'm sure one of Prince Rhaegar's dogs, no doubt. That's what I say when I'm drinking. So again, Lord Perkinhide is the ideal of chivalry, normally, but he does have this more dark streak when he's drinking and when he's sleeping, which, may be expected. But his goal is to take control of the Kingswood, and he's formed a marriage alliance with the aim of doing that. Next episode, he's going to build up his cities of Timberlin and Aldercroft. We're going to follow the war against the Duskendale armies. We'll check in with our liege lord, Stefan Baratheon, see what he's up to. And all in all, we'll find out who's scheming against us, too. All in all, I think we're in for a good episode, too. This is very exciting. I really loved being in 2 tournaments. If you were entertained by this episode, everybody, please feel free to let me know in the comments. It's something new, but I want to branch out a bit, So if you'd like to support the channel, leave a like and subscribe. Feel free to comment. I love reading and responding to comments. But that's all I have for this episode, everybody, so keep an eye out for the next one. I'll talk to you soon. Well, I'll talk at you soon. Don't want to get too parasocial here. No, I appreciate your support, and I'll see you in the next video.